So, when you're done.
Okay, that is going to be part of it. So let's look at tips for choosing the best curriculum. So we say today we are going to start with that, looking at what is it that if you are a school owner and you want to choose a curriculum, you have got the structures, everything else is in place. Now you want to shop around to make sure which curriculum can be best adapted by you and whoever is working for you. So what are some of the factors that you're supposed to be looking out for? Okay, so the first thing that you're supposed to look out for is that make sure that the curriculum meets your child's needs. Every great curriculum needs to meet your child's needs. Every great curriculum needs to meet your child's needs. Okay, so whether you have a classroom full of preschoolers or you are homeschooling, a curriculum will be completely worthless if it is not meeting the needs of the children. So whatever is happening, the need of the child is supposed to be met. Now the question is, how, amongst all the curriculums that are out there, how do you know that this curriculum is meeting my child's needs? So let us look at some of the criteria to judge whether a model or a curriculum is meeting a child's need or not. Level of interest, that's the first one. Level of interest. How the child is interested in the curriculum, you need to find out. If a child is not excited about what they are learning, then your enthusiasm as a teacher is also going to die out. So you are in a class, you're teaching, and every time you're standing in front, everybody else, someone is leaning on the desk, they're not interested. So as a teacher, you don't have the arm in you to keep on teaching. So that's one way how we know that these guys are not interested, it is not meeting their needs. And again, how you can make sure that it is meeting the needs of the child is avoid curriculum that sounds rigorous. A curriculum that sounds rigorous. Avoiding curriculum that sounds rigorous, but look at programs that are inviting and exciting. So you can have a curriculum that is just rigorous. There's just too much that is supposed to be done. So that kind of a curriculum has to be avoided. But then, apart from meeting the need of the child, remember we are talking about how do you know that this curriculum is meeting the need of the child. We say one is to the level of interest. So the second one is developmentally appropriate. This one is not supposed to be true because it's under this one. level of interest, developmental appropriate, sorry. We have already talked about level of interest, but it has to be developmentally appropriate. Developmentally appropriate. When we're talking about this kind of a fancy way of saying, is this program at the child's level? Is it level appropriate? When we say developmentally appropriate, remember we talked about levels of development in kids. That kids, of course, they develop. So at every stage, they have got their own abilities. They are capable of doing other things. So you cannot take the curriculum that's made for standard 1 and then you administer it at preschool. It's not going to be developmentally appropriate because they may not be able to grasp some of the concepts. Excuse me, that's too much. So you take the middle class curriculum and then you administer the basic class. It is not going to be developmentally appropriate because the kids will not be able to grasp the ideas that we're supposed to put across. So when you find the model, you need to check: is it developmentally appropriate? Is it at my child's level? So that's also how you can choose a model of a curriculum. So if a child is constantly frustrated with activities or topic and finding ways to avoid participating, then you should know that it is not developmentally appropriate. Because if it's something that is coming at their level, the child is supposed to be excited to venture into their activities. But the moment you discover that the child is finding ways to avoid participating in their activities that are coming up in the classroom, then you simply should know that it is not developmentally appropriate. What is happening? They find it challenging. They find it hard to be part of the activities that are happening in the classroom. And therefore, they will always give an excuse. No, mine, I've got a headache or this and that. And again, is the third one, adaptability. We are still looking at how do you find out that a model is able to meet the level, is able to meet the child's need. So level of interest, developmental appropriate. The last one is adaptability. So when you find the curriculum, you need to find out, is this curriculum meeting my child's needs, the now needs, or the now needs are being met, but also for later. There are needs that the child is looking for at that particular time. But is the curriculum only addressing the immediate needs only? Or the immediate needs are being addressed, but at the same time, in the later years, where is also being paid for this particular child? So children kind of develop in spurts. So sometimes they want to spend more than a week studying the same topic because it is exciting. So the thing is, if a curriculum is going to address the immediate needs and it is not going to help this child to face whatever comes tomorrow, that's not a curriculum enough. One, let the curriculum help the child immediately, but at the same time, it should also be in a position to prepare the mind of the child for the other stages that are yet to come. Are we clear there? Okay. All right, so another way or another concept, we say meet the child's need. Another thing that you're supposed, another factor that has to be considered is every great curriculum has to accommodate different learning styles. You want to choose a model? Look for a model that has got that ability to accommodate different learning styles. It is possible to have a curriculum that only addresses a specific kind of learning, but we are saying make it choose a model that is going to incorporate different types of learning styles. For example, the preschoolers and the kindergartners should be moving in the sense that they should use hands-on activities. They should also be able to play outside, but at the same time, allow them to splash in the puddles and the mats. That is also part of learning. As they are moving out of the classroom, allow them to get dirty. As they are getting dirty, that's part of learning because they are interacting with the environment. That's hands-on. So here are some of the big tips that you are going to know that this model is addressing or is accommodating different learning styles. There is a kind of a learner who is known as physical or tactile. Tactile learner. This one needs movement and activity. This one needs movement and activity. So, you are going to have a classroom full of different types of children, full of different types of learners. And then you've got this one who is a physical tactile or physical learner or a tactile learner who needs movement for him or her to learn. And then you are coming into the classroom, you've got an experiment. Each and every time you are standing in front explaining, this child is not going to find it hard. Why? Because she learns through activities, movement and activities. You talk about dancing, you talk about running around, jumping, engaging in whatever you're doing during the learning period. So they interact with their surrounding and again seeks a lot of sensory input. You will discover that these are the kind of children that are going to come close to the teacher all the time. Can I help you? The teacher is trying to put up a chart somewhere, and then the child is going to come up and say, "But madam, can I help you? Can I hold it for you?" So you're trying to prepare something so that the children should see, kind of like an experiment or whatever you want to demonstrate to the children. The tactile learner is going to be right by your side. When you're doing that, they will hold it for you. So you've got a lot of space on the table, but they will prefer to say, "Okay, I will hold these things for you. When you want it, please let me know." So she's going to be giving you one thing at a time. So as a teacher or as a caregiver of these children, you just need to be patient because you know this one is the hands-on kind of learning. She is not going to sit and watch. She wants to be part of whatever is happening. Today, I want to show you how to mix paint. Okay, I'm going to give you the water. When you need water, I will give it to you. When you want the paint, I'm going to give it to you. This is why we need to know the developmental stages of children. We should also be able to know different characteristics of children so that we will be able to handle such kind of kids. So you have a curriculum that only addresses other types of learners. It means you're going to miss out on the tactile learners. These ones also need to be incorporated. So the best ways Remember, we said a curriculum is supposed to come with the content. It is supposed to come with methods, right? Methodology, how the content is supposed to be delivered. So look at the methodology. How has it been arranged? Is it only bias on one side, or one type of children, or is it accommodating all of them? Apart from the physical or tactile learner, there is also another type of learner, which is these ones are known as visual learners. These ones are going to enjoy learning through methods such as science equipment, or watching an event or an activity. So these ones, they will be there observing visual learners. They are using their eyes. The teacher is there trying to put everything together, or whatever the teacher is trying to demonstrate, the visual learner is going to sit still and watch, observe what the teacher is doing. But at this point in time, when the teacher is trying to demonstrate, what is happening to the physical tactile or the physical learner? This one has got problems sitting down because they want to be part of the demonstrations. But then, one lesson is going to address this one, the other lesson is going to address that one, or the same lesson is going to address both of them. As the teacher is assembling whatever he or she wants to demonstrate, he can engage the tactile learner and say, can you please help me with this? Bring them over here so we arrange them properly. After the arrangement has happened, you tell them go and sit down. The tactile learner feels she has been part of it. Then after that, you start now demonstrating. At this point in time, you are engaging the visual learner who wants just to listen, look at whatever you're doing, and then observe. Then there is another kind of learner who is the auditory learner. The auditory learner takes information best when they hear it. Take information best when they hear it. So these are the kind that will make the teacher go nuts. So you need to make noise, you need to make noise or bring about things that are going to be able to make noise so that the child is going to be in a position to be part of the learning process. The preschoolers, one of their subjects is there is botany, there is zoology, and then I think there is language. So when it comes to zoology, you want to tell them about a cow. Make noise. This is how a cow sounds. You know, most of these kids in now, they've heard about a cow. They have seen a cartoon cow, but they've never seen a real cow in real life. So you are trying to tell them about the animals, at the same time make use of their ears. Whether it's an experiment, a volcanic eruption, make use of their ears. So these ones, normally they are the kind that would like to sit and imagine. They will sit on the chair and very far away because they are imagining things. These ones, the visual learners, they want to see. The tactile, they want to touch. So, if you want to make sure that you've got a great curriculum, make sure it should accommodate different learning styles because we have got different learners out there. All right, another tip to look out for, apart from the three that we have looked at, is it has to be developed by a child expert. A great curriculum has to be developed by an expert. it has to be developed by a child expert. Why do you think it is important that a child expert should be involved in formulating of the curriculum? Why is it important? Okay, here is a doctor. He is a doctor in education or whatever papers they have. Because they have got educational papers and then they're busy formulating a curriculum. They don't have experience. They don't have a formal experience for education in child development. It is not going to work because he or she doesn't know the children. So it has to be someone who is an expert in children. They know how children behave at different levels, how children learn, how children behave. So looking at the abilities of every developmental stage, he should be in a position to come up with different ways of learning. Looking at the diversity that exists among children, he should be able to come up with content that is going to address all that. He's going to come up with a methodology that is also going to address that. But if you are putting content together without the knowledge of developmental abilities, without knowledge of learning, methods of learning, how children learn, without taking into consideration how the level of difficulty in children, you are going to come up with a curriculum that is not going to be friendly, or that is not going to be, like we say, developmentally appropriate. There is going to be a lot that is going to be missed out. So we are saying it has to be developed by a child expert. If I am going to say a great curriculum is more than just putting together ideas, is that going to make sense? A great curriculum is not just about putting together great ideas. So we want children to learn about environment. What about environment? Okay, we want to tell them about how to take care of the environment and what are some of the things that are found in the environment and so on and so forth. So you put that content together. Is that enough? Sounds like an example. A great curriculum is more than just putting together ideas. Go back to the days when we were talking about what does it take to formulate or to develop a curriculum. A great curriculum is more than just putting together ideas. We have been talking about coming up with a team, a curriculum team. But then it's not just about a curriculum team. We talked about several other factors that are supposed to be considered when developing a curriculum team. Who is supposed to be in the team and why? Put it down and know what it is. All right, so it's not just about putting ideas together. A great curriculum also involves a collaboration of experience. A collaboration of experience. Who are these people collaborating in experience? So you're going to take different people, different people that have been involved with children, and then you find out what has been your experience during the time you've been taking care of children. What are the normal or what are the common trends amongst children of this age? What do they do and so on and so forth. So you put the experiences together, then you come up with something else out of that. But apart from a collaboration of experience, it is also a collaboration of knowledge. The collaboration of knowledge. understanding of children. You need to understand children. And also, we're talking about collaboration here. There should also be a proven method for helping children learn and succeed. Putting a great curriculum together is not just about putting together ideas, it is about the collaboration of experience, knowledge, understanding of children, and proven methods of helping children learn and succeed. Okay, when we are talking about proven methods, we are talking about methods that have been tried and tested and discovered to say, I think this is the way how a child is supposed to learn. So when you've got those proven tested methods, then the curriculum is supposed to have that as part of the methodology. Have you seen this clip that is trending on WhatsApp where a teacher was trying to teach children, where did I put my books? The books are on the table. The books are under the table. Did you see it? Professor, listen. Did you see it? Okay, so here is another way how you can see that you can put contents together. You've got content, you've got intended outcomes, but if the methodology is wrong, you are not going to get the intended outcomes because you want to be able to get through to the mind of the child. So when you're putting the curriculum together, you've got your content appropriate, developmentally appropriate, but at the same time you've got the intended outcomes. And the other thing that is very, very important is the methodology. How are you going to teach the content to make sure that you come up with the intended outcomes? So the moment you miss out on the methods of learning, learning is not going to take place. So I'm going to send you this. Hope you can open it now and then we'll tell you. You can see everything. Okay. Okay, you can open it and play.
The books are on the chair. 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 Where are the books? The books are in the bag. Where are the books? Anyway. You said the books are in the bag. Where are the books? Where are the books? The books are under the chair. Where are the books? The books are under the chair.
Okay. So you can see what's happening there. The teacher is trying to teach. But then, what would you say is has gone wrong? What has gone wrong? We are not hearing anything. Okay, the fact that they are not answering the question, is it because they don't know they don't know the answer or they haven't been taught well for them to answer the question. They are not being taught well? What would you suggest?
Because you would have taught them first. You could have maybe you would have first maybe given the example that the books are under the chair and showed them. Then they should be repeating after you.
And they should be repeating out. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, after doing the actions.
Okay. Do you think the problem is the books are on the table, the books are under the chair, under the table? Is that where the problem is?
They don't know what they are saying. Yeah.
But
They don't understand.
they don't understand. They're
They
just
just
saying
repeating.
There's just people who
They don't know.
how best can you approach that? Because we are saying a great curriculum needs to be developed by an expert. And one of the reasons why we are saying it has to be developed by an expert is because it has to have proven methods for helping children learn and succeed. So if you were in that class, what will you do to make sure that learning has taken place? They should be able, when you put the books under the table and ask them, they should be able to say, under the table, on the table, and not repeating what you're saying. I think I can split in taking the books, put on the chair, and then the other book on the table, and then together and splitting, the book on the chair, the book is under the table. Yeah. Don't you think that's what she was doing? But how do you come to a point where, when you ask them, where are the books, they should be able to answer you? They are under the chair or under the table. How do you tell them to say, now this is a question I'm asking you, I want you to tell me where the books are? So you can see that there is something that is missing there, right? Because the fact that she is putting the books on the table and putting them under the table, she could have asked them to say, all right, now I want you to tell me where the books are. Where are the books? But if they don't even understand the statement, I want you to tell me where the books are, they won't be able to say it. It is just as simple as asking them, now, I want you to tell me where the books. Where are the books? Under the table. Where are the books? On the table. But it looks like these guys, they're just singing. So, in our curriculum, there was a time in Malawi, kids were taught what is known as a whole word approach, whereby I don't know if you guys have learned ABC, vowels and consonants. I have learned vowels and consonants, whereby there was R, A, E, O, U, and then there was A to Z, right? But then there was a period in Malawi when kids were not taught this. It was what was known as a whole word approach, whereby they were taught Mukuni. So a standard 2 child is supposed to read Nkuni. Yet, in our time, for me to read Nkuni, it was Nkuni sounds, right? So it was, because in my alphabet there is N, then I'll go on Nkuni. It was easy. But now, during this period, they say a whole word approach. So they will teach them Nkuni, they will teach them Kalango, and the kids were able to read. But now, what was surprising was, there was a time we went out looking for, it was a survey. So we were looking at, we want to see at what age is a child able to read. So here we were with questionnaires and all. Went out, you're finding a standard 5 child who was not able to read. So the questionnaire was, the first page, make them read A, B, C, D, E. If they are not able to read A, B, C, D, E, don't bother to go further. Because first page was A, B, C, D, the second page was Amai, Abambo, and so on and so forth. The next page was a story, a short story. So they say if they are not able to read A, B, C, D, definitely they can't read the rest. So if they are not able to do the first part, then you can jump on to other things that we're supposed to read section as well. So here is a standard defined. You're asking them to read A, E, I, O, U, and they can't. And you're like, something is wrong here. Do you go to school? Yes, I do. So you don't know what this letter is? No, I don't. Okay? Then you go to the alphabet. Can you show me which one is D? The how I can't point where D is. First day, we go back. And then I'm like, you know what? There's something that is wrong. We need to find out what is happening. We go back the second day. I tried to go against what the questionnaire was saying. First part, first page, failing to read. Second page, failing to read. Third page, the child is actually, and I was like, okay, so you're able to read this story, but you don't know how to read A, B, C. How is this possible? Then when we went back, that's when I said, you know what, guys, all this data that we have collected is useless. Because we are going back to say kids can't read, when in fact, these ones are able to read. What they can't do is they don't know the alphabet, they don't know their vowels. So they took the data into the office to analyze it with people. Because now the kids were able to read, but they were not able to say or say out the alphabet. What is happening? Here is someone who developed that, but was not a child expert. Because children learn better when they start developing from small things and then they start building bigger, right? So you start from small things and then you add on to that. It is easier for them to understand. You just don't come with a Nkalango. So I don't know how the kids were doing that. Maybe because their brains are still developing and they still move. So when they look at Nkalango, they memorize, this is how Nkalango looks like. Because for me, when I read Nkalango, I have got the sounds in my mind. Of course, eventually as you grow up, it just comes automatically. But as a child, when you find it on a book, you're supposed to make some effort to read it. But where is your effort coming from if you don't know the sounds? You get what I mean? You don't know the sounds, so how do you try to read Nkalango? Because when you forget that this is the face of Nkalango, then that's it. But if you know the sounds, you start saying, you start mentioning the sounds, and eventually the sound gets to yourself, and then you go, Nkalango. So, yeah, my point is, a great curriculum needs to be developed by a child expert. So, a great curriculum is more than just putting ideas together. This is where we're coming from. It is more than putting ideas together. You can address the climate change. You can address the religious issues that we say. You can address the LGBT issues in the content. But then that's not enough. It is supposed to be a collaboration of experience, a collaboration of knowledge, a collaboration of understanding of children, and proven methods for helping the children to learn and succeed. Is there any questions so far? All right, if you do not have a question, then let's move on. A great curriculum should be beneficial to the adults. A great curriculum should be beneficial to the adults. Why should it be beneficial to the adult when the curriculum is addressing the children? Why should it be beneficial to the adult when it is a curriculum for the learner? All right, so the curriculum is not just for the students. This one thing we have to do. The curriculum is not just for the students. A well-developed curriculum should be giving you help with tips and strategies which will make you a better teacher or a better homeschooler. The curriculum is not just for students, but a well-developed curriculum should be giving you helpful tips and strategies, which will make you a better teacher and a homeschooler. Not every teacher is going to go through the training that we talked about during the time of implementation. Other teachers are going to find the curriculum already rolling. But when they get to the materials, they should be able to follow through. The tips should be able to make them become better teachers. So we are saying a well-developed curriculum should be giving you helpful tips and strategies, which will make you a better teacher or a homeschooler. In other books, when you go through, you will find student activities. So after some content, there is a student activities. But at the same time, there should be teacher guides. So in the teacher guide, it is going to guide you how you're supposed to teach each and every topic, how you're supposed to carry it out. So that is going to make you a better teacher, because wherever the curriculum was being developed, you were not there. But at least it has been elaborated, it has been detailed enough for you to understand what is happening. So a great curriculum should be beneficial to the adult. And the last one, a great curriculum needs to use the environment. A great curriculum needs to use the environment. Okay, it is very easy to think of learning as happening inside, but classroom is just one place where learning takes place. So learning does not only take place inside or in the classroom. The classroom is just one place where learning is supposed to happen. Otherwise, learning takes place everywhere. When we are talking about everywhere, we're talking about it can take place in school, it can take place at home, it can take place at the grocery stores, it can also take place in the outer doors or the outdoors of the classroom, where the children gather to play during the birthday parties and so on and so forth. So when the kids are socializing, this is also part of learning. It's just that one is formal learning, the other one is informal, kind of learning. So one of the best places for learning to take place is the outdoor areas. Now the question is, what are the benefits of if a curriculum is making use of the environment to learn? Or what are the benefits of taking learning outside? What are the benefits of taking learning outside? I want to hear from you.